Good morning, Tuesday morning. Today is going to be fantastic for several reasons. For starters, having all my meetings in one place in Sirona, I love that. More importantly though, the meetings are going to be truly epic. Going to be meeting an executive from the top, largest e-commerce player in Israel. More on that later. I'm also going to meet an executive from Stanley Black & Decker. So pretty interesting and I would say diverse set of meetings today. Those are just two among like 5 or 6 of them. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Tomorrow night, New York City for a week, but I'm getting ahead of myself today. Let's do this. Made it to Tel Aviv with 15 minutes to spare, but I need to show off for 1 second. May I? Look at this parking job I just got. Look at this parking lot. Look at this spot. Hashtag proud. Okay, so we're up to episode like almost 400 of this vlog. I've been doing this for a couple of years, and I have to say I've met some pretty extraordinary people with some pretty extraordinary stories. I mean, across the board, people like Steve Wozniak, people like incredible people, right? That's just a fact. I have to say though, this story, especially given the fact that I have never heard it before, and most people, I'm sure almost everyone watching this has never heard it before, is just outrageous. That's the truth. Let's just start before we get into it. Who are you? What's your name?
I'm Gil Efrati.
Okay, give me your background in give me your elevator pitch. Holy cow, what's going on my camera today? Yeah, I'm with you.
So I'm the CMO of Resident.
Yep.
We're basically a furniture company, online furniture company, direct to consumer, but we also sell on retail.
Hey, before we talk about this, I want to hear about you a little bit.
Well, I did like I told you earlier, like the regular tour. So I started at 8200 in the Israeli military. Went to law school. Decided I want to be a lawyer.
I've been hearing a lot about that. You know, it's a real trend.
Yeah, it's a real trend. Yeah.
People that like studied law decided they want to be a lawyer. And they went into tech. A lot of people.
So many people that went to school with me are now in tech. VCs, wherever you want.
Right.
And then I went to Google. I worked at Google for 7 years.
It's a lot of years.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Did you have fun there?
I had a lot of fun. When people ask me what was it like to move from a company like Google to a startup, I said it was like moving from summer camp to boot camp.
Interesting. You call yourself a startup now?
Oh yeah. We're a 3-year-old
the mother
company.
of all startups. Okay, so let's talk about this company because, you guys aren't going to believe this. You're going to be like, did I hear you correctly? This is a crazy, crazy story. So first of all, what's the website?
So we have a few. We're a house of digitally native brands.
Okay.
So that means we have one parent company called Resident. Our website is residenthome.com.
Okay.
And then we have all of our sub-brands, which actually sell products.
Right.
So our hero product is Nectar, which is a mattress brand.
Okay, so Resident has there's furniture, there's linens, there's mattresses. Sit down for this. How big is this company?
We were founded 3 years ago, and we're going to finish this year at about $330 million in revenue.
$330 million in revenue.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Explain this to me.
We're a rocket ship, very fast moving. Everybody's a hacker in nature. We call ourselves in the company pirates. Everybody has a pirate mentality. And we built everything through marketing prowess, marketing and data.
Okay, so first year, how much revenue was there?
First year, about $40 million.
40 million. Second year?
250.
And now 330.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that this is a bootstrapped, or it was bootstrapped from the beginning. You didn't go to VC, you didn't go the traditional route.
No VC money for the first year, and then we raised some money from family offices.
The company does not own a mattress.
No, we're an asset-like model. So we have manufacturers, they bring it into to 3PL's warehouses in the US, and then we send it to the consumer.
If there's a company that illustrates the fact that we're in a new world, in a new economy, I think this is the company, right? Because people have said it before, right? The biggest transportation company doesn't own a car, the biggest hotel or hospitality company doesn't own a hotel, and we're talking about a company that is not only the largest e-commerce company in Israel, but you're also named the fastest growing e-commerce company in the freaking North America.
Yeah, that's true.
And you don't own a mattress.
No. No, we don't.
This is almost hard to believe.
Yeah. It's a crazy
Your role in the
story.
organization?
I'm the CMO.
Okay, so let me just you're gonna listen. You're a humble guy, so you're gonna get upset at me for saying this. But let me just crystallize this for you, the viewer here. This company sells mattresses, but this company is a marketing company, and this is the man that runs marketing. So you're running the show over there.
Yeah, the team runs the show.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I'm just, I'm just looking.
Dude.
Looking at stuff,
I mean, I can tell you that before we met, and I had heard the numbers, but the numbers aside, like, you're also, you guys are very good at spotting talent. I know that two of my good friends, Tevi and Avi, Zuber and Tevi Hirschhorn, like, I heard of this company through them, both absolute rock stars at what they do. And so again, even before I knew the numbers, before I met you, heard your story, like, I knew this was something very unique and remarkable, but I didn't realize how remarkable. I mean, not to throw anyone under the bus, because I love Glasses USA, but I believe they're the second largest e-commerce company in Israel. Do you know? Are you familiar?
I work very closely with Glasses USA. Their founder is a good friend of mine. So yeah, they're huge. Also, they're. Do
you have any idea what numbers, or you have no idea?
I can't disclose.
You know, you're not disclose.
I can't.
You guys are number one.
Yeah.
Dude. How you got to? I need you to explain this to me. I'm sorry. Like I'm a marketer. Maybe I'm okay at marketing, but I feel like way out of my league right now. You got to teach me this. How do you do this? How do you build a $330 million revenue company in 3 years without owning a mattress? How does that happen?
I think it takes, I always, when I talk to the founders, when I joined the company, I told them, guys, just to be clear, you guys were lucky. You're at 70% luck, 30%, ability.
Did you tell them that?
And they said, let us correct you. It's 90% luck, 10% ability. They're very humble guys. And, it's a lot of, it takes balls, it takes grit, it takes the ability to make mistakes, and God knows everybody at this company has made some mistakes. But, that's startup for you.
As far as the success of the company, and we had an interesting conversation about it's called the shifting of the market, thanks to a certain company that starts with we and ends with work. Again, we're not going to go into confidential numbers here, but you guys aren't just generating a lot of revenue. You're actually a successful company. Again, we're not going to get into numbers, but like, you're there. You're not just like hype. You're not just, we're growing and one day we'll be profitable. You're there. Like
We're very on the cusp.
Holy heck, dude. Man, listen. All I have to say is, when I meet with people, this is gonna sound a little weird, but when I meet with people generally, I'm trying to think how to say this diplomatically. I'm being careful here. Most of my meetings are the person I'm meeting networking up. They're coming to me for advice. Please meet me again soon so I can learn from you. I need to learn. Like I said to you, like, I know what I'm good at. My weakness though is what you do, which is just building a funnel and a machine that's so optimized. I mean, you guys are a cash machine. Yep. You're a cash machine. And the only thing stopping you is yourself. You can just keep growing.
Touch wood.
I mean, so now you're expanding to other verticals, correct? Besides mattresses. What are those verticals?
So we have a rugs website. We have a couch, like a seating brand, and we just launched a brand called 1771 Living. 1771 was the year that textile was invented, or something like that. Which is a linens brand and towels and textile in general. So,
you having a good time?
Oh yeah. I mean, having fun.
Where are you gonna go from here?
We want to be a billion-dollar company.
What is the company's end game? Is it an IPO? Like what?
It could be anything. Essentially, we're essentially like a lot of startups. We're taking it one day at a time.
That's the right way to go. How do you speak good English, by the way?
I don't know. My parents just sent me to a tutor when I was very young. I keep telling them that's one of the smartest decisions that they made.
By the way, as an American, my kids, they were born here, so they speak Hebrew at home, and my wife's like, no Hebrew, only English. It's too cute when they speak Hebrew. I can't. But anyway, dude, listen, man, this is like outrageous. I don't even have another word to describe it, and I don't even know. I usually like to end my interviews by saying to people, whatever I can help with, let me know. I don't even know if there's anything I can do to help you, because you guys are an absolute rocket ship.
There is.
But dude, if I can help with anything at all, I'm serious, like anything. I don't even know. You know your challenges, but holy heck, dude, this is like truly outrageous. I really do want to learn. Like, I actually, like, I said this, I said this to last time. I said this to Zev, the CEO of Lightrix. I said, I need to learn. I mean, that company, again, it's a phenomenon.
Yeah.
They're sitting in Jerusalem, the Hebrew U, I mean, just completely skyrocketing and just not slowing down. And it's all performance. It's all like, so I really eventually need to learn that world a little bit. I'm not going to be an expert on it, but I feel like I've never run an ad on the internet in my life. I've never spent, that's to me at least, as a marketer, that shows, I mean, I have a gap. I need to learn that. And so eventually.
Most companies would trade places with you to take the viral piece, by the way. So.
All right. I don't know, but anyway, point is, I have a lot to learn, but beyond that, like, if there's anything that pops into your head that you'd be like, oh, you know what, maybe Hillel can help with that, you let me know, and consider it done if there's anything I can do to help. But holy heck, man, I mean, the only thing I can ask, my only ask from you, and I know this, and I understand the complexity of my request right now, but what about some Zionism, man? We gotta get some Israel into the picture here.
Yeah, we should. I mean, we're a distributed workforce company, so we have offices worldwide, but I think a lot of the things that we do are run from Israel. Our data team, which is...
You don't ship to Israel yet.
We don't ship to Israel.
One day.
We'll try. We ship to employees, by the way. Avi and Tevi are sleeping on a mattress.
Is that true? Yeah, I mean, the truth is, though, deliveries and everything in Israel is completely it's just ridiculous, it's beyond. But anyway, listen, another thing we didn't even mention, which is important to mention, how many employees is the company?
About 200.
And they're all basically distributed and working remotely.
Yeah.
Almost all. That's another incredible... Basically, you guys are breaking every single rule of startups. That's how I would sum it up. I mean, there are a few companies that I would say that about, that they're breaking the rules, right? I think Lightrix is definitely one of them. Consumer company based in Jerusalem, that valuation, but there aren't, you guys are, I mean, to me, the biggest, as we say in Hebrew, fisfus, the biggest miss here is that not every single person walking on the street has heard of you. And I don't know if that's, from a business strategy, if that's even important to you, but as a marketer, to me, I just feel like people need to know the story. So hopefully this will help a little bit, but dude, let me know if I can do anything I can do to help, just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, I would say this falls under the category of national pride at this scale. Holy heck. It's unbelievable. Anyway, dude, fantastic to meet you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You let me know. Take me up on my offer, dude. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Don't worry about it.
Appreciate it. Just finished my second meeting with Stanley Black & Decker, the VP Construction Global. Her name is Esti, originally Israeli. Incredible meeting. But, I wasn't surprised that she wouldn't go on camera. I was surprised she considered it for a second, but she did promise me in our next meeting. Now heading back to Beit Shemesh for a meeting over there. It's been a pretty insane day so far. Made it home pretty late at night. A couple of other meetings tonight, but no camera. And tomorrow I'm going to Ra'anana all day, meeting Seeking Alpha among several other people, and Alon Matas from BetterHelp. Just pretty awesome people. And then tomorrow night, New York City. See you tomorrow.